Okay, hey, so this is going to be a section about units. So we have our SI base units right here, and here's our section titles. So SI base units, SI prefixes, and temperature conversion. Alright, so there's going to be 7 different SI base units. So the first one we're going to learn about is time. Next we're going to do length, then mass, electric current, temperature, amount, and luminosity. Alright, so for time, we're going to be using seconds, so seconds. And for length, we're going to be using meter. And for mass, that's going to be kilogram. And electric current, it's going to be amps. And for temperature, that's going to be Kelvin. And amount, that's going to be a mole. And finally, for luminosity, we're going to be using candela. Alright, so for our SI prefixes, we're only going to deal with like 7 of them for right now, or 6. So they're going to be, if you haven't known this already, it's King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, or kilo, hecto, deca. This is going to be your base, and this is going to be deci, and centi, and finally milli. Alright, so all of these are going to be your powers of 10. So this is going to be a 10 power of 3. This is going to be 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 1, 10 to the power of 0, or 1, 10 to the power of negative 1, 10 to the power of negative 2, 10 to the power of negative 3. So 10 times 10 times 10, that's just going to be 1,000. 10 times 10, 100. 10 times 1, 10 to the 0 is just going to be 1. 10 to the negative 1, that's going to be 0.1. It's going to be 0.01 and 0.001. Alright, cool. Alright, so for your temperature conversions, we're going to be dealing with Celsius and Kelvin mostly. Alright, so here's your equation to calculate Celsius to Kelvin. So it's going to be Celsius plus 273.15 equals Kelvin. So now we're going to do a couple of them. So Celsius to Kelvin, pretty easy. All you have to do is add. So let's just say we have 55 degrees Celsius, and we want to turn that into Kelvin. So what do we do? So all we have to do is add 273.15 equals Kelvin. So 55 plus 273, what is that? That's 302.8.15 equals Kelvin. Alright, not too bad. So if we want to convert Kelvin into Celsius, we're just going to take Celsius plus 273.15 equals Kelvin. Or let's do 450 Kelvin. 450 Kelvin. Right? So how do we do that? It's just a little algebra, so subtract both sides by 273.15 minus 273.15. What do we get? Cancel those out. This, we get Celsius equals 176.85. Alright, not too bad. So that's our units. Time, length, mass, electric current, temperature, amount, and luminosity. Time is in seconds, length is in meters, mass in kilograms, electric current in ampere, temperature in Kelvin, amount in mole, luminosity in candela. Here's our SI prefixes. Kilo is 1,000, hecto is 100, deca 10, base is just 1, deci is going to be 0.1, centi is going to be 0.01, milli is going to be 0.001. And for our temperature conversion, that's just going to be Celsius plus 273.15 equals Kelvin. We take Celsius and turn it into Kelvin, so let's just say we had an example of 55 degrees Celsius. We want it in Kelvin. All we do is take 55 degrees Celsius plus 273.15, add them together, and we get Kelvin. So that would be our 328.15 is Kelvin. If you want to take Kelvin and turn it into Celsius, we write the same equation. Celsius plus 273.15 equals 450 Kelvin. Subtract both sides by 273.15 minus 273.15 from 450 is going to be Celsius equals 176.85.